Cool.
some kind of objection.
So let's do a phone script. Book me as a mortgage, and I'm going to throw an objection at you in the process, in the flow. I'm not going to tell you when because you never know.
You said a mortgage lead?
Let's do a mortgage lead. Let's pretend that I'm an aged mortgage lead.
Okay.
Off the CRM, and I cost $1.50.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The phone's ringing.
Hello.
Alex?
Yeah, who's this?
Alex, this is Jen. I'm calling from the Mortgage Protection Center here in Richmond. I'm getting back to you about the form you filled out by hand and mailed back about mortgage protection. Do you remember doing that?
No, I think we already got that taken care of.
That's perfect. So I am a senior broker. I'm the one who does the audits for these. So if I'm calling you and your form has reached my desk, it means that either you never got the information that you had requested in the first place, or you have some very outdated plan. So I'm just required to make sure that you have the information that you requested and you know what it is that you can possibly qualify for.
We had someone over I think 6 months ago or so, about 6 months ago, I think we had someone come over.
Yep. That's perfect. Like I said, I'm a senior broker. That means that I'm not an agent, okay? I don't work for just one company. I work for all the major carriers in the state of Virginia. So I'm supposed to make sure that you know all of what it is that you can qualify for, okay? So, but you put down that your date of birth is 5/10/1991, and your wife's date of birth is 5/11/1991, and you guys are here at 777 Success Way here in Richmond. Is all that still accurate?
Yeah, that's still accurate, but I'm at work. Can you call me when I get off work?
Yeah, what time do you typically get off work?
I'm usually off at 5:30.
Okay, is it the same thing for your wife?
Yeah, we both work 9 to 5 during the day.
All right, so is that going to be the same thing tomorrow? You guys are going to be off around that time tomorrow?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, yep.
Okay, and so there's no reason that you can think of that you wouldn't be home at least by, 6:30 tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we'll be home, but can you just give me a call first?
So yeah, I'm going to be seeing everybody in your area. So what I'm going to do is come by around between 6:30 to make sure that you have all of the accurate information and you know what it is that you can possibly qualify for, like I said. So I'll be by between 6 and 6:30. I want to make sure that you have my Virginia state license number. That way you know it's me and not a crazy person. Just get a pen. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, well, I'm at work right now. Can you just text it to me?
I can't text it to you, but I definitely will be there tomorrow between 6 and 6:30. You'll definitely be there, you and your wife, correct?
Yeah, we'll definitely be home by that time.
All right, I'll see you then.
Awesome. So that was 3 or 4 objections.
Hey, whatever.
Surprise. But guess what? That happens, especially on those age leads. You get those objections. So one thing I noticed on those objections, perfect. I think you said the word perfect 3 or 4 times. You agreed with them right away. No big deal. It's exactly why I'm calling. And then you went right into how you're a senior broker. You work for all the companies. I'm doing audits. Usually you have a plan that means it's outdated. As someone who already sat with someone, if I heard my plan was outdated, I would be like, oh, snap. I haven't even thought about that, but that makes sense. That's why she's calling me. Okay. So that was really good. That was smooth. How often do you get objections like that?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Cool. And the show ratio on those, what's your typical show rate for that?
If I go through all that stuff that I just said, they'll be there.
Yeah, because you know exactly when they get home, because you know their exact work schedule, and you cleared the calendar.
Yep.
So you don't just say, all right, I'm going to be in your area tomorrow at 10. You found out first my schedule, and then you obviously check your calendar at the same time, and then you made sure to find the time that you know that you could be there, and they're going to be there as well. So even if they forget, you know they're going to be home.
That's right.
Cool. Awesome. That makes sense. All right, let's do a new final expense. A lot of people work the Facebook final expense. Let's book a Facebook final expense lead.
Okay, phone's ringing.
Hello?
Alex?
Yeah, who's this?
Alex, this is Jen. I'm calling from the Senior Benefits Center here in Richmond. I'm getting back to you about the form you filled out online requesting information on final expense coverage. One where you put your favorite hobbies, fishing. Do you remember doing that?
No, but I like fishing, so go ahead.
All right, perfect. So you also put down that your date of birth is 5/11/1965. That's still accurate?
Yep, that's right.
All right, and that you're here at 777 Success Way here in Richmond. That's still accurate as well?
Yes.
All right, so again, my name is Jen, short for Genevieve Okoro. I'm the local field underwriter and broker assigned to your case, so I'm the one who's required to make sure that you know what it is that you can possibly qualify for. Okay, so just like it said on the form, there's no physical exam. Okay, no blood work, no urine, no needles, nothing like that. I just got to make sure that you are who you say you are. You're not strapped to a hospital bed or on oxygen full time, and you do need to see my state license as well. Okay.
Does this cost money?
I'm sorry?
Does this cost money?
Yep, I'm going to make sure that you have the most affordable plan for you. Are you still working, disabled, or retired?
No, I'm on a fixed income.
All right, perfect. And tomorrow, do you have any doctor's appointments scheduled?
Yeah, I got one at 10.
Okay, and so any reason that you can think of that you would not be home between 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning?
I don't usually get up until like right before my doctor's appointment, like 9
Okay.
a.m.
All right, you don't get up until 9. All right. So, and you said that your doctor's appointment is at 10?
Yep.
When do you anticipate that it's going to be done?
Usually done by lunchtime.
Okay. All right. I don't have anything at noon. Any reason you can think of that you wouldn't be home between 1 and 2?
No, I'll be home by then.
Okay. And will it just be you, or do you have a spouse or a partner that'll be going over things with us?
Just me. My wife passed away.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. All right, well, I'm going to put you down for between 1 and 2. I'm also going to make sure that you have my Virginia state license number. That way you know that it's me and not a crazy person. So just let me know when you have a pen. I'm going to give you all my info.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, perfect. So again, my name is Genevieve, last name spelled Okoro. Okay? And we said tomorrow between 1 and 2. Okay, and I am really, really tall, so you're going to know it's me. I'm like 6'4" in the heels that I usually wear, okay, so you'll know it's me. But my state license number is the important part. So 113
Okay.
4167.
Got it.
Can you read that back to me?
1134168.
No, 113
Oh.
4167.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, my hearing aids weren't in.
Can you read that back to me, please?
1134167.
Okay, perfect. All right, and do I need to press any buttons or gate codes, or can I just knock on 777 Success Way?
You should be able to pull right up.
Okay, perfect. And there are no big dogs that are going to try to come get me, right?
No.
All right, perfect. And it sounds like you're pretty good about keeping your appointment. So I'm not going to be standing outside sweating, like wondering where you are, right?
No. I'll be right inside on the couch. Just ring the doorbell. I'll hear it.
Okay, awesome, perfect. Well, I look forward to meeting you and helping you, and I'll see you tomorrow between 1 and 2.
Awesome. Thank you, Jen.
Have a great day.
Awesome. So you took back control, made sure I got the pen. When I read it incorrectly, you made sure I did it again. So no-show rate on that. What's your typical no-show rate when you have that much control?
When I go through all that stuff, and I usually will go through all that stuff, they're there. I mean, I would say about 80% of the time they're going to be home.
Good. Okay, so that's a way to reduce no-show rates, is all that cementing at the end, making sure they know exactly who you are, what you're going to look like, your state license number, confirming the house. They can visualize you sweating outside. If they're not there, they're going to feel guilty about it. So they're going to make sure they're there. So,
right. And
awesome.
in the beginning, I was not doing all of that. And, I was getting a ton of no-shows, back in January, February, and, went through more of the training. And Paul McLean says, hey, if you have all these no-shows, then it means that something's wrong with your phone script. So you need to go back and do that. So you get tired of no-shows when you're trying to spend all this time and, effort doing this stuff. You've got to change what's wrong.
Awesome. Cool. So as we get into the last 10 minutes here, let's go a little bit over your in-home, because obviously to sell $57,000 on your own pen in a month, you got to be doing something special in the in-home. Like there's got to be something that you do that no one else knows about, right, Jen?
There's nothing special about anything that I do. I just
what do you think is
do
the
what
most
everyone else
important
does.
part of your in-home?
The most important part of my in-home is the financial inventory by far, because it flushes everything out. Beyond that, it's painting the picture in the beginning before I do anything.
What does that mean?
Well, both of those things mean providing structure for what it is that we're going to be talking about, and making sure that they recall why it is that they filled out that lead in the first place. So as far as my in-home goes, I get in there. I am a big proponent of credibility. So after previous experiences of not having done this, I started, again, making some changes. So I have all 16 of my licenses for all my states. They're all laminated. So I bring that out. I got my driver's license. And, one of the first things I say is, this is the license number that we mentioned on the phone. I need you to take a look at that, verify that matches what it is that you have, and take a picture of that and my driver's license, please. And, people tell me, oh, we don't need to do that. I'm like, no, yes, you need to do that. Go ahead and take a picture of it.
Why do you make them do that?
I make them do that because I'm about to ask them for their social in just a few minutes. And every single time that I ask them for their social and I'm asking them about their income and everything like that, I see them take another look at either the picture that they just took to make sure that they know who the heck it is that they're giving this info to, or they're looking at my license, and it just allows them to feel a lot more comfortable. And I'll even point out, because if you guys like look at your licenses, you'll see on there it has like the number that they can call, the website that they can call. So that's one of the first things that I do. After that, I bring out the leads, usually on my iPad, and I'll show it to them, and I'll say something along the lines of, so why did you fill this out? What made you fill this out? If it's like a mortgage protection appointment, got a single dad, you got a dad with a mom that stays at home, young kids and stuff like that. I'm asking him, or asking her, so if he passes away, what do the next 30 to 90 days look like for you? And if she tells me, well, it'd be pretty hard, I'm asking more specifically. I want to know, okay, so when you say pretty hard, are you going to be able to maintain the same lifestyle that you have now? Are you going to be able to remain in this house? Like you currently don't work, so how would you be able to keep the house? They're usually going to tell me, oh, well, we wouldn't be able to keep the house. I say, okay, well, where would you go? They're going to tell me, okay, well, we would have to go here. And they're trying to stop there. And, I'll be honest, like, I'm not like, I actually don't like confrontation. People might, unbeknownst to others, I don't actually like confrontation. Like, this is hard for me. Like, I don't like to make people feel uncomfortable. But, number one, what if they die? And because I didn't want to make them feel uncomfortable, which is selfish, then now they're left unprotected. And number two, like, I'm not in here to like make friends or like play games with these people. So they need to be reminded as to how horrible their lives are suddenly going to be if they don't actually have this coverage. And that's why they did this in the first place. So
you find the why, you go through all that before you even get into the financial inventory, because it gives you your ammo. Is that right?
That's right.
And then how long does the financial inventory typically take you?
I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes or so.
Do you fill it out completely or do you skip parts?
I fill that thing out completely because there is gold all over that. It has every single thing that you need. And I also ask, some additional questions that may not be on there. I'm asking them for their social. I'm asking them, how long that they have lived at whatever address that they're at, and, all of those things. But I ask them for all of those different things, and I just ask it so that I have everything that I need. Then by the time that we get to the applications, now we can maybe rapport build more and stuff like that, because I'm just filling out the application and because I have all of the info. I've already asked them all that stuff.
Nice. Okay. And let's talk a little bit about cementing a policy, because not a lot of people talk about this, but at the end of the in-home, what's your cementing process look to make sure that they don't cancel?
So I am doing a couple of different things. Number one, I am writing down everything on a credibility sheet. I'm writing down the exact dollar and cent breakdown, because I usually bundle policies together so that they have the most value for whatever it is that we're talking about. I am giving them brochures. I am giving them free resources like doyourownwill.com, and folders, my business card, and I'm asking them, is there any reason that you can think of that if I am able to get you approved, because I don't tell people in the home that they get approved, I let them know, 1 to 2 business days afterwards, have my assistant call them and do that. I'm asking them, is there any reason if I can get you approved that you would not want to keep your policy? So, and if I have to, now adjust things, then we got to adjust things, but ultimately.
Good to know that up front, though, instead of letting them sleep on it when they weren't really committed to it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay. So to wrap things up, and if you had to give one last message to Family First Life and anyone watching, what would your message be to help inspire them or help give them a tactical trick, tip, etc., anything to help get them into action? Because, having the knowledge on ice is worthless, but going into action is what's important. So any last words for Family First Life to get them into action?
The biggest thing that I would say is remember why it is that you wanted to get started in the first place. Remember why this is important to you. Like if If it's making sure that your family has an opportunity to have a different life that they never would have had before, if it's because you were never able to be given such an opportunity, whatever it is, you have to really remember why this is important to you beyond I have this money coming into my bank account, because it's not always going to be, this is not an easy business. This is just a simple business, but you have to make sure that you know why you're doing it. Otherwise, you're not going to want to continue.
And last